Your React app works perfectly, but it loads like it's running on a 2G network in 2012. And that's happening because your bundle is thick. So today, I'll show you 10 practical ways to reduce bundle size in a React app. These are real techniques that actually make your app faster. Let's start with number 1, which is code splitting. By default, React bundles your entire app into one giant file. That means the browser must download it, parse it, and execute it before your app even shows up. So instead of importing components normally, you should split the code. Now the dashboard code is downloaded only when it's actually rendered. This reduces time to first paint, which users feel instantly. And there's less upfront work leading to faster load. Then, in number 2, we have route-based lazy loading. Most users don't open every page in your app, so why load them all? Therefore, instead of this, do this. Now each route becomes its own chunk, so users download only what page they visit, and nothing more. Then in number 3, make sure to remove unused dependencies. Every dependency adds JavaScript, initialization logic, and sometimes side effects. If you're not using it, remove it. For example, if you have installed a library for dates, let's say moment.js library, but you later on decided to use JavaScript's built-in date object, then make sure to remove moment.js library package from your project by doing npm uninstall moment. One deleted dependency can save tens of kilobytes instantly. Remember that dead code doesn't belong in production. Then in number 4, make sure to import only what you use. Don't pull the entire library. This is one of the most common mistakes. When you import everything, it looks something like this. Here you are importing all the functions from the Lodash library, most of which you wouldn't require. Instead, you could simply import only what you need by doing this. When you import the full library, the bundler assumes you might use all of it. But when you import specific functions, the bundler knows exactly what to include and what to drop. This will also reduce your overall bundle size. Then in number 5, replace heavy libraries with native code. Many libraries exist because browsers used to be bad, but they're not anymore. So instead of installing a library just for debounce, such as you can instead write a tiny version like this. This causes no dependency and no extra weight. So always ask, is this solving a real problem or an old problem? Stay updated with the latest JavaScript updates along with their browser compatibility to have a better idea of what's possible. Then in number 6, you must analyze your bundle and stop guessing. Most developers optimize blindly. Please don't do that. After building your app using npm run build, make sure to analyze it. You can use something like Source Map Explorer, which is a popular library to analyze and debug JavaScript code bloat through source maps. This shows what's taking the most space, which library is the real culprit, and what to fix first. There is always one dependency doing something suspicious. Then in number 7, tree shaking removes code you never use, but it only works when your code is predictable. This here breaks tree shaking. The bundler has no idea which parts of utils you'll use, so it plays safe and includes everything. But this here enables tree shaking. Now the bundler knows exactly what you need and removes the rest. Also avoid files that run code as soon as they're imported. If a file has side effects, bundlers won't touch it. So remember, predictable imports equals removable code equals smaller bundles. Then in number 8, avoid barrel files. Barrel files make imports look elegant, but here's the problem. The bundler can't always tell which exports you actually need, so it may include more code than necessary. This gets worse as your component library grows. A safer approach is direct imports. Yes, it's a bit more typing, but now the bundler has clear, explicit signals. Then in number 9, make sure to optimize images and assets. You can perfectly optimize your JavaScript and still have a slow app because of one oversized image. By default, images load immediately. This blocks the network and slows down the first render, but lazy loading fixes that. Now the image loads only when it's about to enter the screen. Make sure to also use SVGs for icons, compress images before shipping, and avoid massive background images unless they're absolutely necessary. Then lastly, in number 10, make sure to always ship production builds. Development builds are designed to help you, not your users. They include extra warnings, debug checks, and unoptimized code paths. That means they're intentionally slower and larger. Make sure to never ship this. Instead, always ship this. Because production builds minify your code, strip out dead logic, and optimize execution paths. This step alone can cut your bundle size by 30 to 50% and instantly improve load time, whereas shipping a dev build to users is like deploying with console.log as your monitoring strategy. So with that, we are done with the 10 ways to reduce bundle size in React. Remember that reducing bundle size is more about loading less, loading later, and letting the browser work less. The small wins add up, and users feel the difference immediately. So that's all for the video. If you found it insightful, drop a like and subscribe for more.